4. No Daleks. He said no Daleks. I'm on my hands and knees in front of one right now. Arcing over it are those noxious trees, dead men's arms reaching down to me. And all the time, lightning blazes flashes of blue on that shape that's hardwired into every Thal brain. This is a Dalek. Statistically, it shouldn't be here. It should be some electromagnetic anomaly that brought us to this world, or some junk hardware mimicking a Dalek signature trace by pure chance. Now, here, Dalek. I'm on my hands and knees before it, like it's one of the vengeful, blood-smeared gods of the old world. I'm helpless. My gun is lost to the vines. Storm winds blast through the copse, shrieking in the branches. Thunder erupts with a roar. I'm looking into the barrel of the Dalek's weapon. Its single eye glitters on me with cold ghost lights. Then there's screaming. For a moment, I'm convinced it's me, begging for my life before this killing machine. Not that pleading will save me. In seconds, I'll flare out into atoms as it does what its dark nature has programmed. Kill me, kill you, kill Thals, kill everything that does not serve the purpose of the Dalek race. I twist sideward as a figure hurtles through the grove of trees. It's Kai. She's recovered her weapon from wherever she dropped it. Before me, the Dalek appears to grow in the flicker of lightning. Surely an optical illusion. But it seems to move from side to side in a series of twitches. There's a sense it is increasing in mass until it exerts a gravity all of its own. Although I want to run from that engine of death, I sense an uncanny pull toward it. As if it needs to draw me into it, to fuse with that metal carapace, to entwine nerves and blend flesh and bone and mix blood with the monster. I hadn't expected this. No one at the Academy warned me. Almost dreamily now, I see Kai run straight at the Dalek. She's gripping the weapon in both hands, pointing the hourglass-shaped gun barrel straight at the monster. Only she doesn't fire. Time swoops down into something like freeze frame. She stops, then moves towards the Dalek. Stops. Why don't you fire? The thought wings through my head. Fire before it kills you! Almost gently, she leans towards the Dalek, extends the weapon in her outstretched arms, then lightly jabs the metal gun muzzle against a metal flank. By lightning flashes, I see the muzzle enter easily. The carapace crumbles into thumbnail-sized fragments. One of the hemispheres fixed to the side of the Dalek detaches and drops into the mud. In something like awe, I watch as, gushing from the hole in the Dalek's side, come a stream of wet, writhing worms. There are hundreds of them, swollen, maggot-like things that had been suspended in some silvery mucus within the Dalek body. I climb to my feet and look at Kai. She looks back at me. Her expression of terror has yielded to one of relief. I know we're both striving for something to say. Only the words have jammed up inside. In fact, we're probably wondering whether to laugh or cry when Desari strides through the undergrowth. You found another one? He sounds almost matter-of-fact. There are 5 more in a gully back there. Ugly bastards, aren't they? With that, he extends a muscular arm, puts the flat of his palm against the grill that forms the thorax of the Dalek, and pushes. With a sucking sound as the base lifts out of the mud, it topples over. Its fall breaks it open like a rotten egg, spilling decomposed biological matter with thousands of pale worms. Sweet life, doesn't it stink? He grimaces. Still in a state of shock, Kai glances from me to the Dalek to Desari. And what a planet! It's just one enormous silage lake. I can even taste the place. Ugh! Then he looks at us, as if noticing our emotional state for the first time. Kai, Jummy, hey, relax. It's cool. For centuries, that thing's been nothing more than a keg full of worms. He looks at the squirming mass in the wreckage of the Dalek. It's not even that now. At last, Kai speaks. Those other Daleks, they're all like this? This one's pretty compared with the others. Smiling, he raises his helmet visor. The ones in the gully are corroded lumps of crud. But the signature trace, even the molecules in the Daleks' body armor dance to the same rhythm as their electronic systems. Our sensors are so good these days, we can even trace their junkyards. He nods at the vines by my feet. You dropped something, Ranger. I see my gun nestling there in a tangled greenery. Muttering a lame excuse about tripping, I retrieve it. Don't forget to engage safety, he warns. I shut down the weapon, feeling the vibrations fade, until it's an inert piece of carbon in my hands once more. Okay, he tells us. Time we headed back to the shuttle. Captain says, Damn! What's wrong? Kai asks. My comms packed in. How's yours? I tell him. Mine went down about 15 minutes ago. Same with mine, Kai adds. I've lost the visual and telemetry feed too. I've still got telemetry. The Ranger taps a small screen pad on his forearm. At least I had it a moment ago. Lightning flashes run across the sky. Hell! It's the atmospherics on this stinking planet. They're saturating all our electronics with static. The fallen Dalek doesn't interest the Ranger now. He's talking about the shortest way back to the shuttle, one that doesn't involve us forging back through spine-bristling grasslands. Kai and I follow him through the grove of trees. As we step over loops of root growth, sidestep mud pools, and bat away intrusive insects, I whisper so that the mentor doesn't hear, Thanks for coming back to me. She manages a weak smile. I wouldn't have been able to live with myself if I hadn't. In fact, I had already decided to kill myself. That's why I found the gun. Kill yourself? I stare at her. But then I thought I'd let the Dalek kill me, so I'd be added on the martyr's roll at the academy. But I shake my head in disbelief. It's true what they say, Johnny. I've got a terrible sense of humour. She slapped me on the arm. I'm joking, you idiot. I laugh, more through relief than appreciating her joke. Because already I'm repeatedly glancing back through the trees, half expecting some dark phantom essence of the Dalek to come gliding after us. Coupled with that is a pressure in the back of my neck. The kind of sensation you get when someone is staring at you from behind, and staring so intently it feels like the stare has the power to press against your skin. The sensation of being watched doesn't begin to lift until we finally reach the shuttle, which squats on a swathe of marsh grass that is such a vivid green it has to be seen to be believed. In honour of the work we do, the vehicle is known, by us rookies, by the far from glorious name, the shampoo bottle. As it lies flat against the ground, an unimposing black cylinder, the name's surprisingly apt. Now it's unstoppered, waiting for us to file on board, buckle up for the journey back to the ship. Right now, our humble shuttle is the loveliest view I've seen today. Already I'm thinking of hot showers, a change of clothes, a good meal. Above us, the sky is a drifting ceiling of dense cloud. Thunder still rumbles, lightning flashes. Good work, team, the captain tells us as he waves us into the shuttle. That's one more planet we can certify clean. I glance at Kai. She's smiling. Not only relaxing, but also pleased we've done the job we were sent here to do. Kai has a lovely smile. Maybe when we get off this tour, we'll spend more time together. I know she'd like to. I'm smiling too. I wave to Pup, Rain, and Amatan, our fellow probationary rangers, who are already waiting for us. They grin and wave back. Along with Captain Vey, I see the other 5 mentors. That's the full platoon. No reason for hold-ups. Sweet life, it's Kai and me who must be the stragglers. Within minutes, we're back inside the shuttle, sighing with pleasure as we sink into cushioned seats. Then, As the airlock swings shut, Rain suddenly leans forward in her seat, peering out through the narrowing gap to the outside world. "Wait!" she calls. "There's someone out there!"